So today I'm gonna take down the rear subframe. Gotta unbolt everything. Well, not really these, but I had to unbolt the calipers, the coilovers, just to drop it. And then we're gonna remove the drive shaft. Down there. And then we're just gonna take down the whole rear subframe so I can paint it, and then I could also get to the fuel tank, which is under there. I already loosened up a few bolts. The ones for the caliper are 14 millimeters. These ones right here. So I just loosened them up. And I've seen the mistake before. When you are going to remove the rear caliper, you always have to release the parking brake, because then they're going to be so hard to come off and you're going to be struggling. So just to remove the rear subframe, you have to remove the caliper, and I would suggest just getting some zip ties and zip tying up here to the spring of the coilover. That way it's not like just hanging there. And to remove this, I would suggest taking this bolt off, because this is the cable to the parking brake. So that way you could just go over without having to unbolt everything. And remember, the one for the coilover is a 17 millimeter and a 19 millimeter. This is exactly for the same side on the other side. And just take off the rotor, you know, just put it aside. And everything right here that's going on right here is exactly the same side on the other side, because you have a coilover and you have a caliper, and then you have the parking brake cable right there. And then we have a few other things to unbolt, and that will get to that. But this is essentially the same side as the other side. Just unbolt this, hang that right there on the spring so it's not hanging. And when you remove everything, just put it back, you know, so you don't lose any bolts, or put it in a bin or whatever, and label everything. But always wear your safety glasses, because when you're under the car, there's a lot of debris and dust and all this other stuff that will go into your eyes. So, you know, safety first. These bolts right here are 14 millimeter from the drive shaft to your transmission. It's only 4 bolts, 14 millimeter. These are holding the differential up. These are the axle bolts right here. These are also 14 millimeters. Or actually, they might be 12s. Yeah, they are 12 millimeters. And these are 17 millimeters. So you got 6. Well, the one that I have, 6. 222. I had taken off most of them just to roll in the car inside. And then to remove the rear subframe, you have these ones right here, right there. 1, 2, 3, and 3 on this side. And then you also have the ones holding the differential, and there's also these ones. I don't have polyurethane bushings. I have solid bushings. And then you have these two to remove this. So I've decided that I'm just gonna take the whole rear subframe with everything on it instead of taking the differential out. I'm gonna use it to my benefit. I'm gonna just loosen these bolts right here, and those ones down over there. And I have this that I got at Harbor Freight for like I'm not sure how much. It's one of these. It's a trans jack, and very helpful because it can pivot 2 ways, forward and back, and side to side like this way. And it's very, very, very helpful. Oh, man, I used to have a KA, and I used to have to lift it up and like literally put it on me to, you know, figure it out. But since this one's an R154 with my one JZ, this really helps. But what I'm gonna do is just drop the whole thing together, and then I'll just look at it from when it's out, you know, just work it out. But that's what I'm gonna do. So this is what it looks like. I already have it down. That one that I told you to unbolt is right there. And what the helpful part is that just go like that right through it. Down. And then what I'm gonna do right here is just zip tie it from there, and to hold it right here on the brake part. And then it won't bother it like you when you're trying to work on the car or anything like that. I mean, you could use something else to help you hold it up, you know, whatever makes you feel better. But that's the trans jacket really helped me out, instead of a jacket that's just like a little part. But if that's all you got, that's just be careful when you do it, when you're taking it down. So this is what it looks like so far that I've taken it down, and we'll see the next part of it. But this is basically what it looks like. I'm gonna work on this, clean it up, paint it, and put the welded differential on when I'm gonna put it back on. And I'm also gonna take down the fuel tank because I'm gonna relocate my fuel lines. So you can see them from here, right there. And these are the ones that are on the passenger side, but I'm gonna move them to the other side. Do this exact same thing, but to the other side, so it goes straight to the fuel rail on the driver's side. So that's the whole purpose of this, that I'm taking it down. But I'm also gonna paint it. See, you can see my solid bushings for this. Those are the ones that I have. The brand, anodized, made in USA. That's the brand. Worked pretty good. I mean, can't complain. Pretty good. I mean, if you have it down, this would be the perfect time for you to change your control arms or lower up control arms or whatever, you know. But you're definitely gonna need a new alignment unless you could do it yourself. But I'm gonna get one done, but a little bit later. But for right now, it's all good. And pretty soon I'm gonna have my dual caliper assembly that's coming from Villains that I've ordered already, and should be like around right here. So I'll make a video of that later, but stay tuned for that, definitely. But this is about it for right now. This is gonna be this video, so I'll make another video of what it looks like and what I've done, and then putting it back on. But that's gonna be it for a while until I actually start this fuel tank one right here.